Emmerdale spoilers. Paddy haunted by tragic baby death as he makes sad admission. At the beginning of Tuesday, August 22nd, Emmerdale episode Marlon Dingle was still furious with his best friend Paddy Kirk. The previous episode had seen Paddy fail to turn up to go for a drive with Marlon. This was a huge deal for Marlon because he's trying to get used to driving again after many months of not being able to get behind the wheel because of his stroke. He's absolutely terrified about not being able to do it, or that he could even have another stroke while he's driving and cause a terrible accident. Even worse than that was the fact that Paddy was missing for several hours and gave no good explanation when he got back. Paddy's friends live with the fear that Paddy could have another mental health crisis and once again try to harm himself. Paddy had actually been with Marlon's mother-in-law, Mary, who was dealing with her own fears and insecurities about moving forward after being badly hurt by Faye. Mary and Paddy talked some more about how she was feeling during this episode, and she promised that she would try to open up to Rona and Marlon about how scared she was of trying to open up to a new relationship after the woman she loved had treated her so terribly. They discussed the healing power of talking. Paddy said it wasn't a magical cure, but it made everything much better. Then he confided that there's still one thing that haunts him. Later he opened up to Mary about what that one thing was. He said that since his suicide attempt, the one thing he hasn't done is to visit the grave of Grace, his baby daughter who died on the same day she was born. He was scared of being engulfed by the emotions that visiting the grave a world bring up in him, so he was avoiding it. This made him feel guilty and he lied to Chaz about it. Just after this, Rona got a call from Marlon, who'd gone for a drive on his own and was now stuck at some traffic lights, frozen in panic. They all headed out to get him, and this was the opportunity for Paddy and Marlon to mend their friendship. And later Mary was able to talk to Rona and Marlon about what had happened the previous day and how she was feeling about Faye. "I can almost hear Faye laughing," she said sadly. "She's won." She also mentioned that Paddy was struggling, and the stressed Rona realized that three of the most important people in her life were having a really hard time. How can she help them face their fears?